your products are manufactured in China, and you don't hire people in the city of Chicago to do that work. So what does your company bring to the Chicago economy?
Well, I do have employees in Chicago. I have about 10 employees in Chicago. I got 4 in China. I do business in China because of the global economy. The clothes you're wearing, Mr. Walsh, from China. They get it. So what has got to be done is this year is that, look, we give away over $800,000 million a year to church and other organizations in Chicago. We have 4 DC, 1 in Chicago, 1 in Tennessee, 1 in LA.
Out of time, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Emanuel, your 10-second question.
I'd rather talk directly to the voters about their questions. Their questions are what are we going to do for our children. Our measure.
Please, a question, Mr. Emanuel.
Look, at least once follow the rules. Garcia, you voted for the largest property tax in the history of Chicago. People are still paying for it. And then you took an $8,500 illegal deduction. Why would you do that, and given the consequences that everybody has to now still pay for the largest property tax increase?
As you may recall, in 1986, after I was elected to the city council, we broke the Verdoli Act 29 and the machine politicians that hampered Harold Washington. We had to deal with a deficit that accumulated from the previous administration over a 3-year period. We finally did it. We got Chicago working. Everyone who voted for it, including some people that are supporting you in your re-election, Mr. Mayor, got re-elected. We did the right thing by Chicago. What was at stake was 5,000 police officers being laid off.
Time, Mr. Garcia. If you're ready, your 10-second question.
Thank you. This is to the mayor. You've amassed a $30 million campaign war chest to rewrite history. Every ad that you've shown has been repudiated by the very groups that you claim to help. What do you say to the people that your ads brag about and that they say to you that you've screwed them?
4 years ago, half the kids in the city of Chicago used to get a half day of kindergarten. And I believe, fundamentally, the kids pay the consequences because there are a lot of elected officials who were complicit with their complacency. They allowed our kids to get a half day of kindergarten. Every child now in the city of Chicago has a full day of kindergarten, regardless of where they live. Every child no longer has the shortest school day or the shortest school year. They also now have a full school day and full school year. And our community colleges are finally focused on giving people both jobs and careers. And we're going to make sure that families do not go to the courthouse. We're trying to provide for their children a college education and a career that comes with it.
Time, Mr. Garcia.
4 years ago, Mr. Mayor, you promised to make Chicago a safer city. 4 years later, there have been 10,000 shootings in Chicago, 1,800 homicides. Do you feel any personal responsibility at knowing that all of these things have occurred on your watch and you failed to keep your promise to hire 1,000 additional police officers?
We did, Julie, too many kids in the city of Chicago have had their childhood stolen because of gun violence, when they can hear the sounds of laughter. I'm honored today that Father Flager is here with me as my guest because of his work and my work and our commonality. And today I received the endorsement of the Gun Control Group because we are fighting gun violence. It's been part of my life, my whole life, fighting to make sure I take on the Washington and NRA gun lobby and make sure that our streets are safe. And I do bear, and everybody bears as an adult, an accountability to give our children back their responsibility. Nobody.
We're out of time.
Is an adult.
We're out of time. Mr. Wilson, your 10-second question, please.
This to the mayor. Mayor, it was recommended 119 schools, I believe, to be closed, and you closed 50 of those schools. If you are re-elected as mayor, will you close the other 6 or 9 schools in the community?
I put a moratorium with Barbara Bird Bennett and Andrea Zopp, who's a host here, who's on the Chicago Public School Board. We put a moratorium in place because we did not believe after we made the changes necessary because kids were enrolled in underperforming and under-enrolled schools. It was important to give them an alternative, just like it's the same thing important to give every child a full day of kindergarten, a full day of school year, and make sure that also our high schools have increasing graduation. We put a moratorium so we can focus on the fact that now, unlike 4 years ago, where 4 out of 10 kids were dropping out of high school in short time, 8 out of 10 will be graduating from our high schools and on their way to a better future because we fundamentally changed the trajectory by
Time,
making sure we
Mr.
have a
Mayoral.
rising graduation rate.